I wish I could just say that I work out 2-3 hours a day like I used to, but life has changed. I'm not single anymore. I got 4 daughters, and I have a very demanding job. It's not physically demanding, but I wish I could still be out there riding my bike, running, training for a triathlon or a marathon. I love those long distance endurance sports, but sometimes it's not possible. And this is how I live my life right now. There's different priorities, and hopefully this changes. But for now, this is what I do. I work at a desk in front of a computer. Breakfast of champions. Steak and eggs. Bon appetit. Day 1 is here. The day that I'm officially going to start gaining the weight. If you're new here, I'm Coach Nilo, and I am about to start a crazy journey. I am going to gain weight on purpose so that I can teach you how to lose it again. Why? Because there's a lot of people that are asking questions. They're looking for answers, and they're just not getting it. So a lot of people they don't believe the advice that's out there anymore. So they want to see it. They want to see the proof. And I'm going to show you step by step. I'm going to gain the weight, and I'm going to lose it. How long is it going to take me? It's going to take me a while, because I'm not going to do this just crazy 30-day challenge to gain as much weight as I can. It's going to take me a few weeks. And as I'm doing this, I'll be explaining what's happening. I'm going to be telling you things that'll help you make better choices. I'm going to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's going to be messy. All right, so here's the plan. Okay, before we go weigh in and see where my starting point is, one thing first. I'm not a professional videographer. I'm not an influencer. This is going to be raw. This is not scripted. The reels that I do, yeah, those are scripted. You can totally tell. But this, I am talking just... I'm just talking. I have a little plan, but it's not going to be scripted. Number 2, it's not going to be spick and span all the time. Okay? This is going to be my real life, and I'm going to try to keep my personal life as private as possible, but there's going to be times where it's inevitable. You're going to hear noise in the background. I have 4 daughters, 2-year-old twins, my 7-year-old and my 12-year-old, and it's hard enough to get them to sit still to take a picture. So in order for me to record, there's going to be noise in the background. There's going to be dishes going. There's going to be, you get the point. All right? So when you hear that stuff and you see that, hey, that's not professional, I'm not a professional videographer. I'm doing this so that I can show people and I can help people make better health choices. So let's get to the rules. Rule number 1, eat like the average person. What does that mean? Your standard American diet. I can basically eat whatever I want in moderation, right? You're like, well, don't you ever do that? Not necessarily. I eat stuff occasionally. You know how I said that I could eat a whole lemon meringue pie? Yeah, I don't do that every day. I do that maybe twice in a year, but we'll get to that later on in episodes way more out there. Okay, rule number 2, more carbs, more snacks, less structure. So what does that mean? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Hint, hint. More carbs, more snacks. They say eat 5 to 6 times a day. I don't eat 5 to 6 times a day, but that's what they tell us to do, right? So I'm going to be snacking in between. There's going to be less structure. I always say protein first. This time I'm going to switch it around. I'm going to eat the carbs first. And later on, when this is happening, I'll explain to you why. Rule number 3. I had put stop working out because obviously I would gain the weight a lot quicker, but I don't know if I'm going to actually stop working out. I might work out occasionally, but if I work out too much, it's going to make it harder for me to gain the weight. So I'm just going to slow down. I mean, it's not like I work out that much anyways, because I spend a lot of time sitting down in front of a computer. So that's rule number 3. Rule number 4. I'm going to eat late at night. Hint, hint. So if I eat late at night to gain fat, What does that tell you? I'm giving you the answers right here. You know, it's but people want proof, so I'm gonna give you the proof. But I'm giving you the answers. So basically, everything I'm doing, you should just do the opposite if you want to get started right now. Okay, so I'm gonna eat late at night. Why? I will explain that when I talk about insulin and melatonin. And rule number 5, I'm gonna say yes to cravings. Every time I have a craving, I'm gonna be walking over to the pantry or over to the refrigerator. I think those are my 5 rules. If I come up with any other rules, then I'll bring them up later during this docu-series. It all sounds fun, right? Yeah, I don't know. The food's fun, but when you're gaining the weight, it's not a lot of fun. Because I already know how good it feels to feel good when you follow a system, a process, and when you gain the weight and you mess up your health, it's not a very good feeling. Enough with the rules. Let's go weigh in. This is my day 1 before. Teddy, go. This is my day 1 before picture. Teddy, call Teddy. Go. Get over there. So here's going to be the first official weigh-in. If my calculations are correct, I should be at around 15% body fat. So here we go. All right, let's take a look at the results. My weight, starting weight, 139 pounds. They say my metabolic age is 38 years old. Check that out. I'm 51. Body fat percentage, 14.5%. Now my body fat mass, I have 20.2 pounds of body fat on me. My lean mass, which is my muscle mass, 110.1 pounds of lean mass. So there you have it. That's where I'm starting, okay? Just a normal dude. I'm not shredded. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm in decent shape, but I think I do okay for sitting so many hours in front of a computer screen, okay? But all this is going to change. And my focus, I don't really want to show you the weight, but because I don't want people to focus on weight, because weight can be very deceiving. See, I could gain weight, drink a ton of water and say, oh, I gained 10 pounds in a day or 20 pounds in a day. You know, I've actually seen people do that. But that's not the focus. The focus is fat. So the number that I'm going to be focusing on the most is fat mass and fat percentage, but mostly fat mass. Why? Because that's what we want to lose. We want to lose the fat. Okay, we don't want to lose muscle, and water is going to fluctuate, especially for women. You know, it depends on the time of the month. Okay, so weight's going to fluctuate. A lot of it has to do with water, and we don't want to lose muscle. We want to lose fat. But in this case, I'm going to be gaining fat. It's a slower process, okay? Because like I said, you could gain weight. It's like the same thing. People lose weight really quick. Most of it is water weight and probably muscle. That's why they stop dieting and boom, rebound. See, that's why, because you're not really losing fat. You're not really training your body to lose the fat. And that's going to be the focus. Next week, I will update you on my progress, and I'll talk a little bit more about what insulin is, how it works. So here we go. Time to start eating like everybody else, the American Standard Diet. It's the end of day 1, and I normally don't eat this late at night. I usually stop eating between 5 and 6. And you know, once in a while, you know, when we go out with friends and get-togethers, I know I'll eat later, but on a typical day, 5 or 6 is the latest. And yeah, but I'm having second thoughts. You know, I really don't want to get fat again. It doesn't feel very good, you know. But don't get me wrong, I'm gonna enjoy the food. Just the consequences that come with it after eating, you know, gaining the weight. I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, so my wife, she made some arroz con leche. It's people actually request it from her. You know, they say, hey, can you make some arroz con leche? She makes super delicious. And it was for yesterday, so we had some leftovers. And I'm gonna have some tonight. So yeah, if you want to get fat, you know, you know the love handles, if you really love those love handles, and if you want to screw up your hormones, go ahead and eat late at night too. Alright, I'll tell you all about it later. I'm tired, it's late, and I'm gonna enjoy this arroz con leche.